Hi everybody, my name is Birgit and I'm meeting with you from Liverpool. Today I would like to respond to the statement, teachers that work too hard are the ones that burn out. Do I agree or disagree? Well, I would agree if the teacher works in isolation, does not reference external networks, and doesn't really ask anybody else for their input, advice. And if they just, the teacher works really hard, but not necessarily smart, then I agree. But here goes. What we learned this week was how important it is to access and to become part of a teacher network. And this can take place in a variety of ways. You can meet with teachers in real life, perhaps in the staff room, perhaps, there are these meetup groups that you can go to in many countries in the world. And perhaps there is a meetup group for teachers, or you could start one. Then also, of course, there are all these TEFL cafes online, like different TEFL communities, teaching English communities of teachers, where you can ask for advice for how would you teach this thing, and for me it's really difficult, I'm not sure how to teach it, and then somebody can help you out. But also, and I think this was forgotten in this week's class, remember to help other people too. Don't just ask questions, answer some. In order to not burn out, I've made this. To maintain balance, taking time off helps against burnout. Then the outlook and attitude is important. We learned that this week. A positive outlook helps guard against burnout. What we're focusing on really matters. Find a purpose. It was suggested that we have a higher purpose, get involved with something, be passionate about something. I think, though, be careful to not be too passionate, because sometimes that can also be exhausting. Speaking from personal experience. What is essential? Focus on what's essential. Don't overwork. So this goes right in with be time-wise. Perhaps don't spend an hour coloring in a single small example that becomes part of your lesson. Maybe that's not the best use of time. Be time-wise. Ask for advice and share advice. I think this is probably pretty much it, what I have for you today. As a personal example, I do remember that time when I spent 2 hours drawing a beautifully illustrated illustration of mollusk, of all kind of mollusk that live in the sea, for a student. This was to help my student understand something that we spent 5 minutes speaking about. Good use of time? No. Work smarter, not harder. Ciao.